Welcome back, folks, and thanks again for tuning into our educational series where we're breaking down the intersectional relationship between reproductive and environmental justice. Today, we'll be focusing in on the impacts of the climate crisis on childhood development. The climate crisis is a ticking time bomb, bringing health issues, social disruption, and economic devastation to future generations. As the planet continues to warm at an alarming rate, children are facing unprecedented long-term health risks, including heat-related illnesses, respiratory problems, malnutrition, and mental health disorders. The American Academy of Pediatrics predicts that children under the age of 5 may bear as much as 88% of the global burden of disease from climate crisis. Children's bodies are still developing, making them even more vulnerable to climate hazards. They breathe faster, spend more time outdoors, and are thus exposed to higher levels of air pollutants, extreme weather, allergens, and insect bites. Extreme events like heat waves, hurricanes, wildfires, and droughts also place children at significant risk. These events can lead to injury, death, or separation from caregivers, as well as to the exposure of infectious diseases, chemicals, and mold. Mental health impacts such as PTSD, toxic stress, and depression are also common. Heat waves can worsen chronic conditions, while wildfires, which produce smoke that reduce air quality, pose particular risks for children with respiratory conditions like asthma. Additionally, extreme weather events can disrupt food and water supply, increasing the risk of food and waterborne illnesses, particularly in areas with private wells. Nutritional deficiencies in children are also exacerbated by climate events. Heat, drought, floods, and fires all make food production more difficult, threatening children's access to adequate nutrition. The climate crisis threatens the stability of families, schools, and communities, the very foundation of children's mental and physical health. In New Mexico, towns like Loving have air quality worse than downtown Los Angeles, with incredibly high ozone levels. Pollutants like benzene and hydrogen sulfide found near schools can lead to chronic health issues, including headaches, respiratory problems, and nausea. These pollutants primarily come from local oil and gas operations. In Lybrook, over 90% of residents reported symptoms like sinus issues and nosebleeds. Research also links air pollution to poor student performance, even when considering factors like socioeconomic status. Unfortunately, efforts to pass laws limiting drilling near schools have been met with resistance and have failed in recent legislative sessions. This is heavy, we know, but there are actions we can take to help. It all starts with educating our communities and raising awareness about both the risks of climate-related disasters and how to stay safe. Helping families prepare for extreme heat, creating wildfire escape plans, preventing mosquito and tick bites, and understanding the EPA's air quality index are a few key actions we can take to protect children. Modeling sustainability is another crucial step. We can minimize waste, incentivize carpooling, and advocate for legislation that prioritizes renewable energy, building codes, and efficiency standards. Legislation that puts people over profits can create lasting change. And here's the good news. Climate action benefits children's health. Many health issues, like asthma and neurodevelopmental disorders, improve with reduced air pollution. Encouraging active transportation to school and promoting plant-based meals can help lower greenhouse gas emissions, prevent climate-related disasters, and improve health outcomes for children. Additionally, advocating for legislation that supports climate resilience, like stricter zoning laws to prevent industrial operations near schools, can reduce children's exposure to harmful pollutants and climate risks. In summary, the health of our families and our children is directly tied to the health of the planet, making this a key issue of both environmental and reproductive justice. The decisions we make today will shape the future of the planet, and it is our collective responsibility to ensure a world where future generations can thrive. To achieve this, we must prioritize education, awareness, and community-driven initiatives that promote sustainability, equity, and justice. Healthy children are raised on a healthy planet. Let's work together to make that a reality.